Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Western Conference battles always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs. So far, no luck against this team. They've dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, about as inept an offensive performance as they're capable of giving, just stale at that end of the floor when it came to their ideas and their execution.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Pau Gasol is one of the real humanitarians in the NBA. An ambassador for UNICEF, he concerns himself with a lot more than just basketball. Jerry West said of Gasol, you can feel the warmth, the goodness in it. A real gentleman. If you're around him, you can't help but like it. Kevin?
A gentle giant, David, for sure. Thanks. Brent, just how important is chemistry and how long can it take a team to develop the good kind of chemistry?
Well, one of the important parts about chemistry that we don't talk about enough, Kevin, in my opinion, is not when things are going good. Chemistry sometimes shows itself for teams when you're at the lowest points of the season and how quickly you can dig out. So you're always developing it, but it might be most important when you're struggling.
You were reading my mind. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Spurs, Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the center position. Now here's Parker after D'Angelo Russell's miss.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Pass to Young. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Green. Now here's Parker. Up top, Leonard. 6 to shoot. Dishes to Gasol. And that one drops for him.
Such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Now, here is Russell. He dishes it to Young. There's a good screen. Randall, a screen on Parker. Ingram wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Ingram's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Leonard. He kicks to Parker. Green, the screen. Back to Leonard. Off the screen. Count it. Good.
Sometimes it just doesn't matter how good the D is. Kawhi with the all-world ability to hit the jumper even when you got him blanketed.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Young. They set the pick. Pick by Randall. And it's good. Walk through contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the contest. That free throw good from Randall.
Coach Pop often talks about the value of corporate knowledge, the procedures and shared philosophies that guide his basketball teams year after year. They're actually compiling a database called the Spurs Way to make sure that knowledge is passed down over time.
There's Green with the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. The Lakers in the lead. Russell dishes to Randall. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And it's Ingram missing. And you think of the incredible success, Brent, the Spurs have enjoyed. You know it firsthand. You'd love to look at that written record for the Spurs and see that recipe.
Well, as much as there's X's and O's that go on in between the lines for the San Antonio Spurs, it's just very hard to duplicate or emulate what it is that the Spurs have been able to find in terms of the character of their team. That's what many franchises right now, Kevin, I don't think have a great handle on.
Parker kicks to Green. There's the feed to Parker. There's a screen. There's the pass to Aldridge. The baseline J. Good on the jump shot. Aldridge has got his first 2 points.
Well, the defender did his best to challenge the shot, but Aldridge with the focus to knock it down.
Outside, Russell. Kicks to Young. In the corner, it's Ingram. Trying his luck deep. And another 3 for the Lakers. Spurs trailed by 6. Gasol, a screen on Russell. Parker kicks to Gasol. Outside, Leonard. The dish now to Aldridge. That one, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Young inside. Guarded by Green. Young's shot is off.
Well, he makes the big bucks because he's expected to knock those shots down. The D was there, but that's no excuse. He has to hit those shots.
The Lakers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Randall rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
There's a good screen. Here's Russell. The shot from the low post is good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Now, here's Gasol. Parker with it. From 15 feet away, LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got 6 points. Lakers leading by 4. Russell passes to Young. Randall a screen on Green. And Young, here we go. Back to Russell. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, it's one of those quarters where you're just incredibly frustrated that you did not impact it the way you wanted to. So nothing going right now.
Aldridge with a screen on Russell. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. The jump hook, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Releases. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night, and it's Leonard missing. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Los Angeles with another miss. And here is Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gasol a screen. Parker outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. Clock at 4. Takes the 13-footer, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Timeout.
8 points for him.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
Here's Leonard following the three by the Lakers. Feeds it to Aldridge. Rebound the Lakers. Passes it to Ingram. Here's Zubac. Tries from 7. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has said he'd like to see the league instituted 2 years out of college restriction. Brent, you've played 4 years in college. I know you think that helped you. Do you think that requiring that extra development time would be a good thing for the NBA?
Interesting conversations I've had, Kevin, over the past 3 or 4 years with younger coaches in the NBA is the fact that with younger players, they have to take so much time to teach them fundamental things that chunks up a lot of the time that they would have in order to get their team ready for game 30, game 40. And so that teaching is really holding back a lot of teams from being as competitive as they should be once they get their season started. So 2 years, I think, is a great idea from Commissioner Silver. We'll see if that happens.
Luol Deng is checked in for Ingram. Spurs also with the sub. Lee's checked in, and he can't hit the second. And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
And that one, good.
Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
Now Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, as dunks are the toast of the league, Leonard showing that strong mid-range game can be just as valuable.
Pass to Zubac. Dishes to Deng. They set the pick. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Deng's got his first basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Mills. He dishes it to Leonard. He kicks it to Dedmon. The three from Mills. He can't get that one to fall. And the Lakers going the other way now. Pass to Clarkson. Lakers passing it around. Now here's Brewer. Deng kicks to Nance. Here's Clarkson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now an 8-point Laker lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mills passes to Leonard. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down. Well, coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was not a perimeter shooter, but he's developed into one of the league's finest. No longer a spot-up threat, though. He can create some offense on the block, able to handle the ball, and bully smaller players with that massive frame at 230, just moving defenders around.
Now, here's Clarkson. 5 points in the game. And looking deeper at some postseason numbers, here's a look at the distribution of 3-point and 2-point shot attempts for the Lakers. The Lakers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Free throw good from Luol Deng. Simmons checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And so he hits both. Spurs trailed by 7. Mills dishes to Dedmon. Ginobili kicks to Simmons. They set the screen. And here's Mills for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And Brent, you look at the growing offensive role for Kawhi Leonard. For as many touches as he gets, he hardly ever turns the ball over.
Well, have you seen his hands, Kevin? How would you get the ball away from those things? You just don't find players who can score in isolation, space the floor, and protect the ball as well as he does.
5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. The Spurs second.
Well, it was a big focal point for them last season, making good on their trips from the free throw line.
Spurs trailed by 4. Mills with it. Ginobili outside. They set the pick. The feed to Lee. The pass to Dedmon. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the Spurs, known as an organization for their diligence and discipline, it's all about their results and certainly about the accountability from coach to player, and more importantly, Kevin, from player to player.
And the first one drops. And you talk about the Spurs culture. They seem totally unconcerned with who gets the limelight. In fact, Brent, they seem to avoid it.
Yeah, there always is this idea that they dance around those spotlights until it's the biggest of stages. But the team really does have just one agenda, Kevin, and that is becoming the best basketball team that they can by the end of the season. And in some years, that means championships. And in other years, it means just contending for a title. But every year, they're making that push.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has 5. Inside, it's Zubac. And Lee pulls it down. San Antonio trailing here. And Simmons kicks to Lee. Now the dish to Ginobili. He feeds it to Dedmon. Back to Ginobili. Out to the wing. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, it looked like he was hesitating on that one, guys. Have no clue why, though.
To the right side. Zubac the best to Clarkson. Good work there as it goes. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
It's okay to watch fundamental basketball from time to time. Created the size mismatch down low and took advantage.
And here is Ginobili. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. They set the pick from deep, and that's not going to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers up. And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise.
In every aspect, it's a change.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Some players, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. Others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
No kidding. Found that range. Now they can't stop pulling the trigger.
On the court for San Antonio. Green is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. They set the pick. good on the jump shot. Parker's got his first points in this one.
And when Parker first came into the league, he didn't have that jumper. He's put a ton of time into making it a dangerous weapon in his offensive arsenal.
Now here's Ingram. 8 points for him. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. I'll get up and walk away. Because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, T.A. That accountability goes a long way. Now, here is Russell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. We know the household names, LeBron, Curry, but for your money, who are some of the more underrated players in this NBA?
You know, one guy that I love to watch, especially when it comes down to the fourth quarter time, Kevin, is Kemba Walker in Charlotte. Over the past couple seasons, he's been one of the best clutch performers in the NBA. So if my league pass is on, I'm watching some Kemba Walker.
That's a good name. And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Simmons. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And the thing about Laker fans, I mean, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
Now here's Leonard. He has 7. Here's Russell with the 3. That one, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Parker dishes to Green. Outside Gasol. Kicks it to Parker. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
Yeah, it's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. I mean, it's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No. Parker's shot is off. Lakers leading by 5. Al Brewer. Hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Over to the left wing. Now here's Ingram. Not a lot of room. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Gasol. Outside Leonard. Feeds it to Aldridge. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you. Pretty much whatever he wants to do.
And Brewer kicks to Russell. Back to Brewer. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Green. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Outside Leonard. Pass to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. Here's Leonard, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Blacks checked in for the Lakers. Young comes in for Corey Brewer. Lakers leading by 3. Russell kicks to Randle. Back to Russell. Young outside. Parker against Russell. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He has to be frustrated out there right now. His teammates are really picking up the slack for a lackluster offensive night.
Good looking by Gasol. Shot off the pick. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Russell. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Russell's got 5 points so far.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Gasol passes to Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lakers leading by 5. Here's Young. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Gasol is screen on Russell. Here's Parker. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Really no excuse for him missing that one, guys. He has to knock that shot down.
Young dishes to Randall. Pass to Ingram. Over in the corner, Randall. He kicks it to Ingram. He tries for 3. Empty that time from Leonard.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
Aldridge is screen. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Back to Green. Dishes it to Aldridge. San Antonio again missing. Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter.
And Brandon Ingram, a 5-star recruit out of Kinston High School. He helped them win 4 straight North Carolina championships, the first time that had happened in the state's history.
And Ingram mentored and coached by former NBA great Jerry Stackhouse.
And I wonder if Stack was a little disappointed that Ingram didn't end up becoming a Tar Heel, instead choosing the arch rival and going to Duke. A one and done there. It certainly has worked out pretty well for the young fella.
And the stability of the San Antonio roster had always been one of their strengths, but with the departure of some of their veteran stalwarts, this Spurs team has a new look.
It's been really interesting how they've restructured what it is the franchise's foundation is going to be as they move forward. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge becoming the pillars of what the next 5 or 6 years of San Antonio Spurs basketball will be.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Well, when your opponent keeps piling on like this, your only choice is to get together during a timeout and fix it.
Larry Nance is checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Leonard. He's got 7. Back to Mills. Lets it go with a 3. San Antonio again missing. Los Angeles leading by 9. Outside Dang. Black kicks to Clarkson. The 9-foot shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. San Antonio's gone 0 of 3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ginobili against Nance. Ginobili outside. On the wing lead. Trying to get back on track. And sends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And when you played, you were one of the best passing wings in the NBA. How did you come about developing that play style, that skill of feeding others so well?
Huge influence for me, Kevin, growing up was Pistol Pete Maravich. I watched a lot of tapes, and maybe people out there remember old VHS tapes of homework basketball that Pistol Pete put out, and I watched those incessantly and went out in the driveway and tried those things. and then eventually frustrated every coach that I played for. But I had an innate ability to see the floor, some peripheral vision that I tried to use to my advantage, and I enjoyed always making the play for the next guy.
And you both came from basketball families. His dad was his coach at LSU.
That is correct. And although Press wanted Pete to shoot a lot, and he did.
And he did. And you?
And I was more of a pass-first guy.
Yeah.
I think with my dad, he took all the shots away from his teammates. I wanted to be a better teammate.
He took a family's worth of shots, right?
That is correct. And I spent years making up for it.
The shot's good from Nance.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Ginobili kicks to Lee. Stolen by Clarkson. 20 feet out. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 11. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Screen by Lee. Spurs working the ball around now. Outside Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 10-2 run here. Deng kicks to Black. He dishes it to Clarkson. Here's the screen. Drops in the layup for 2. Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Spurs trailed by 13. Screen by Lee. Now here's Mills. Pass to Lee. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Clarkson kicks to Black. Young against Ginobili. Right at the free throw line. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. It's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Leonard.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. A different look now for San Antonio. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Pau Gasol. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Leonard. Here's Mills. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now, he has to back off on defense just a little bit. His team cannot afford to have him on the bench at this point in the game due to foul trouble.
Picked by Lee. Lets a floater go.
They are really struggling from the floor.
Mills can't hit. Young passes to Clarkson. Back to Young. In the corner, it's Clarkson. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Dedmon dishes to Ginobili. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Lakers leading by 13. Young with the ball. 5 points in the game. Now the pass to Clarkson. Nails the wide open jump shot. Clarkson's got 15 points. And Coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. Brent, I bet you like that selection.
Oh, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team.
Lakers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
Yeah, thought process was after he hit that first three, he'd be in great shape, but he looks way off right now.
The feet to Ginobili. On the wing, Lee. Nance with some nice D.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities with some style and flair, but the defense did a simply outstanding job preventing that from happening.
He doesn't hit that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shots good by Mills.
Well, he's a serious catch-and-shoot threat really every time down the floor. Mills has to be accounted for by the defense.
And here's Clarkson. He's got 15. Nance a screen on Ginobili. To the middle. The shot's good from Nance. Nance has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got in just enough room to get that shot off.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Lakers lead by 14. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we're halfway through a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in. That's it for now as this.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Well, if you look at his shot chart, everything he's done has been in that painted area, so hyper aggressive on offense.
Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Nick Young is out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Black in at the foul. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kawhi Leonard keeps getting better year after year. The 2014 Finals MVP said, "I'm very confident with where I'm at. Every time I step on the floor now, I know I can be a factor. Offensively, defensively, shooting threes, working my way into the post, setting other guys up. Kevin, he can do it all."
He's grown into that role of franchise player, DA. Great stuff. Thank you. The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. And so Russell hits them both. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And stolen by Russell. There's the dish to Ingram. Back to Russell. Drops in the layup for 2. Russell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now an acre lead has been cut down to 14 points now in the basket from Gasol.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And already maybe a defensive adjustment needs to be made here in the second half if their current setup leads to chances like that, high percentage.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Parker. He feeds it to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Black grabs the board. Black's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Even though Parker is slowing down a bit because of his age, the Spurs are looking more and more to sort of hide him on defense, cross-match him with guys. There's no doubt, though, that experience and veteran savvy is still something they'll lean on the offensive end.
Here's Russell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Russell's got 11 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Feeds to Leonard. Passes it to Aldridge. Black grabs the board. Black's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And as Parker loses a little of that blinding speed, we see a few less layups, a few more of his trademark floaters.
And even, Kevin, some extended range there from the three-point line. He's made that shot a bigger part of his arsenal. They seek him out in the corners, much like Jason Kidd did in Dallas in the later part of his career.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And how about we take a look at Tony Parker? Some last season stats for him. He was around 12 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Spurs second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Green with the ball. Covered by Brewer. Now Parker. Kicks it to Leonard. The tray. A rebound by the Lakers.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one. And I bet he can't either.
Down low, here's Parker, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big three, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, they look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
Both good from the line that time. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Russell. 11 points in the game. There's the screen. Good D by Parker.
Too ambitious of him there, guys. He tried to be a one-man wrecking ball instead of looking to kick the ball out for the better shot opportunity.
Now here's Green. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Leonard. 5 on the clock. Gasol passes to Leonard. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Leonard's got 11 points.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
Rejected by Gasol. And Parker, here we go. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 6 points for him.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. Gasol with the steal. Now here's Parker. 6 points for him. Spurs working the ball around now. Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker's shot is off.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and, at this point, his confidence.
Now Now here's Ingram. 8 points for him. Los Angeles with another miss.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Ingram. 6 to shoot. And here's Leonard from 3. The rebound. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 8 on the bucket from Tony Parker.
Yeah, the mid-range jump shot is just automatic from Parker, especially when he gets the room to fire.
Russell inside. He's against Parker. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And again, the Lakers no good. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Parker kicks to Leonard. To the middle. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Zubac. Lakers leading by 8. Here's Ingram. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And here's the break. Tries it from 9. Leonard with the steal. Green with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And here is Brewer. Rebounded by the Spurs. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Pass to Parker. Gasol dishes to Green. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Aldridge. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Aldridge has got 12 in the game.
Yeah, he can have this kind of output, putting on a one-man show. Aldridge scoring whenever he wants.
Outside Russell. Dishes it to Ingram. Picked by Randall. Shot to end this cold run. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Now Russell. He's got 11. And that one's good. Ingram.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Angelo Russell. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Clarkson, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And when you talk about all-time career numbers, there is one name in NBA history that shows up time and time again. Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt, with 23,924 rebounds. His name synonymous with greatness on the basketball court.
And guys, I don't think there will ever be another player that will dominate their position like Wilt Chamberlain did. And it's those rebounding numbers that paint the picture the most clearly. I mean, Wilt averaged almost 23 rebounds a game. Not just over a season, folks, over the course of his entire career. 11 rebounding titles, and his career total just shy of 24,000. I mean, nobody in the modern era has even come close to that.
Nance passes to Brewer. He dishes it to Clarkson. Here's Nance. San Antonio with the rebound. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And a wide open look for Simmons. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
Well, at this point in his career, playmaking is Manu's strong point. Locates the open man there.
Here's Clarkson. He's got 15. Oh,
sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Agreed. He's going to start putting on a show now. And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. San Antonio with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. And Mills kicks to Dedmon. Ginobili outside. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by Ginobili. Lakers leading by 7. Zubac's the best to Clarkson. Lakers passing it around. Pass to Zubac. The feed now to Clarkson. 14 feet away. Fades away. Zubac no good.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Lee kicks to Ginobili. Ginobili can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Now here's Lee. From 11 feet away. And that one hits back iron. LA's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
No good on that one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Young's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Lee. And he sinks the second. Spurs trail by 10. 1:06 left to play in the third. Now here's Mills. He has 6. Here's Dedmon. Now the pass to Mills. Tries to snap the cold streak. And Aldridge the basket on the assist by Mills. 14 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's where Aldridge burns defenses repeatedly. His mid-range game is so advanced and so polished, evidenced by that shot there.
Now, here's Clarkson. 17 points in the game. And again, the Lakers no good.
Fantastic team defensive effort there. They made him uncomfortable taking that inside look, and it showed in the release.
Here's Dedmon. There's the dish to Ginobili. Lets it go from deep. And Luol Deng pulls it down. Deng's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Offensive rebound. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And that's a big of this game. Don't be passive. Impose your will on the game.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. On the court right now for the Spurs, Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. And it's Dedmon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Young knocks down the 10-footer. Young's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Lakers. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Teardrop shot. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Tony Parker.
Yeah, that floater is another one of Parker's go-to shots, one that continues to befuddle defenses.
Now, here is Young. Young, a screen on Leonard. Randall with a screen for Clarkson to the inside, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Clarkson against Parker. Dedmon kicks to Parker. He feeds it to Aldridge. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Tony Parker.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Now, here's Clarkson. Young. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Ginobili.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Young. Blacks checked in for Larry Nance. Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so Young nails them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Feeds it to Dedmon. Passes it to Leonard. Kicks it to Aldridge. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At one point they led by 16. Pass to Ingram. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, you look at Brandon Ingram, and certainly a great body for the game of basketball. But, guys, it's his skill that really completes the package, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no doubt about it. Shot over 40% from three-point range at Duke. He can handle and pass like a guard. One concern, though, he did shoot under 70% from the free throw line, and great shooters usually do better than that.
And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
Now, here's Parker. He kicks to Leonard. And stolen by Russell. Here's Randall. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Julius Randle. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Randall.
And making the most of their opportunities at the line here in the second half.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Shoots from 14, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers leading by 12. Randall a screen on Leonard. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And you ask Greg Popovich's coach, he says he's never coached a player who improved as rapidly as Kawhi Leonard.
And that's saying a lot. Remember, Tim Duncan won the Finals MVP in his second season playing alongside David Robinson. But by all accounts, Kawhi is just a tireless worker. You know, while he was at San Diego State, Kevin, he brought 2 lamps from home to the gymnasium because they wouldn't turn on the lights early enough for him to get his workouts in. Now, that's what I call a gym rat.
Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Clarkson with the ball. Top of the key, Russell. Here's the screen, and no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Leonard against Clarkson. Leonard dishes to Parker. The feed to Gasol. Back to Parker. Aldridge inside. He's defended by Randall. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Aldridge.
And a big height advantage right there.
And sometimes it's not just the height, it's the flow in the shooting motion. Extremely effective from the mid-range.
Russell. Back the pass to Russell. Dishes to Black. Parker against Russell. In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Parker. And it's Ingram missing. Last game for the Spurs. They picked up the W against the Clippers. Russell against Parker. To the wing right side. Here's Aldridge. Soft touch off the glass.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Now, here is Russell. To end the drought, in the corner, it's Ingram. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 15 points for Brandon Ingram.
And Ingram is so graceful with the catch-and-shoot jumper. His lightning-quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
Here is Parker. Green, the screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. That doesn't go either for Aldridge.
He could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them. So you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
Now Leonard. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. Green, the screen. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Black's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Ingram. Offline with his three. Spurs trailed by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parker dishes to Leonard. From 20 feet out. And it's Leonard again missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Now, I know he isn't the world's greatest three-point marksman, but the defense has to show some respect.
Parker with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Parker kicks to Leonard. And stolen by Russell. And it's the Lakers on the break. Russell's running, and another 3 for the Lakers.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Parker outside. Leonard sets a screen for Parker. Will it go? And the layup good by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Randall a screen on Leonard. Pass to Ingram. Puts up a 3. Gasol with the rebound.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Parker passes to Leonard. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Lakers. In the corner, it's Ingram. He dishes it to Clarkson. They set the pick. In the corner, it's Ingram. Expanding his range. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Parker outside. Leonard sets a screen for Parker. Leonard kicks to Gasol. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
Young's checked in for Los Angeles. One thing that Greg is often underappreciated about Pau Gasol is just how aware he is out on the floor, not only on the defensive end, how he'll help out, but also his vision as a passer on the offensive side.
Really, Kevin, one of the best passing bigs to ever play the game, and it's a part of why he's been the crux of so many offenses. Very good at identifying and exploiting a mismatch for himself or others. Never forces things on offense and always takes what the team's given.
And here's Russell. Rejected by Gasol. They get it back from deep. Again, Russell missing. Spurs trailed by 9. Outside Leonard. Back to Parker. Green dishes to Gasol. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate. Someone guys love to be around. A guy that plays well with just about anybody.
First one falls for him. He doesn't get the second one. Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's Russell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
His team, he was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Outside Leonard. The pass to Parker. Six to shoot. The 15-footer. Jump shot is good. Parker's got 12 points here in the second half.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Outside Russell. Addition out to Young. Picked by Randall. Fires at the elbow. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Outside Leonard. Got a piece of it. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Young's running. Now Russell. Back to Young. He feeds it to Randall. Young outside. This one for 3. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. whistle against Parker. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Fires from the line. Again, Leonard missing. Lakers leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Lakers.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And it'll go down as their
Boom! Okay. That's how you attack. Wow. The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
Yeah, and good to see that these guys are excited, gave their all, and then some. This is the result of all that hard work.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Down low. Here's Randall. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. No luck that time either.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yep, way too late for a comeback at this point.
Dedmon kicks to Simmons. Feeds to Mills. The three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Now, here's Clarkson. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell. As so often is the case, he was the straw that stirred up the passion, the confidence, the closing ability that we saw from his team tonight.
He got on a nice roll and deserves a lot of credit for this win, Ernie, Kenny. He might not be the #1 fan favorite, but this crowd was showing him some love tonight. Guys on his team already know what he can do, but it's great to see him have a game like this.
I can't say enough about the contribution he made defensively. Specifically, his on-ball defense was outstanding. He blew up a lot of plays by getting his hand in there and coming away with a steal. And that aggressive D of his helped guide them to this win.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new